So, you're wondering about the Michael Morley experiment, are you? Alright, let's do that. So, the globe enthusiast will often cite the Michael Morley experiment for proof that the Earth is a ball. They say because there was no measurable change in the speed of the lights, that this only can mean that the Earth is a spinning rock. Yeah, that's right, these people use an experiment that proves the lack of motion to prove the Earth is in fact moving. But anybody with two brain cells and a thought can come to the conclusion that an experiment that proves no motion does not prove any motion. So let's do a little background on this experiment, shall we? During the Michael Morley experiment, they took a beam of light and they split this beam using a silver mirror. Half of the light went in one direction and the other half went in the other. They then had another reflective surface that recombined these lights back at the source. If one of the light beams changed speeds, you would see an interference pattern back at the source. But there was no interference pattern. And because there was no interference pattern, this proved undoubtedly that the Earth is not moving. In fact, this experiment was done to prove the Earth is moving through the ether. They did this experiment because they knew that the ether existed. They were using this ether to draw free energy back in Nikola Tesla's time, back when the ridiculous theory of relativity was being born. In fact, the theory of relativity was born because of this experiment. This experiment proved beyond any argument that the Earth is not moving. This is why Albert Einstein had to come up with the theory of relativity. They needed to invent an explanation for why light traveling that way travels at the same speed as light traveling that way if the Earth is in fact moving. But instead of them admitting that they were wrong about the motion of the Earth, they invented the theory of relativity to clean up their mess. And because this theory of relativity cannot be tested, proved, repeated, or experimented with, it is in fact pseudoscience. And because we know the ether does exist and we are able to draw power from this ether, there is only one conclusion to draw from this experiment. The Earth is not moving. It's that simple. That is exactly what this experiment proved. But the people who were performing this experiment were a lot like the globe earthers now, and they were incapable of admitting they were wrong. Instead of admitting they were wrong, they furthered their deception by inventing the theory of relativity. The only thing the globe people have interest in is deceiving you. They do not want you to know you're a beautiful creation. They do not want you to know you are made with purpose, love, and intention. They want you to believe you're nothing but an evolved monkey. It's through this belief in which humanity is lost. How could you ever be found if not to be lost? Wakey wakey. I love ya.